I'm one of the strongest men to ever walk the earth.
I love Caesar salad.
Hello, it is episode, who knows, you're watching Husky Boys. We're two big fellas, Robert and Ian, get together and talk about little things.
And today, Ian is feeling violent. I like it.
Violent.
What's the shirt about, Mr. Violent?
Violent gentleman.
Oh,
yeah.
So you
it's a hockey. It's a hockey.
And you're like, do you concur?
Exactly. It's a hockey brand. That's what it is. So yeah. It's all about punching somebody and then giving them a big hug afterwards.
You know, I missed the whole Stanley Cup. I missed it.
I missed so far. I missed most of it. I missed a whole round and a half. Started watching again last night, and I can tell you it's probably going to be the end is probably going to be right now. I say it's going to be Dallas and Florida, which is the most hockey central cities of all times.
For sure. Florida's a big hockey city.
Here's what's great about Florida being able to get guys to go down there, right, and play there. Kids that grew up in Canada and Russia, you give them flip-flops and a golf cart to drive to work in, they're going to take a little less money. So,
yeah.
So,
I'd rather deal with the gators and snakes than freaking snow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, somebody else can kill a snake for you. It's fantastic. How's everything with you? How's everything going?
Going good, man. Going good. Same, plugging along, getting more and more focused on different stuff. Like we're deciding not to talk about too much publicly, but like I'm feeling good.
I do enjoy. We can talk about that. You're working out because you're posting stuff all over Instagram, and when you started lifting and doing that stuff again, what percentage are you going at that you can max out on?
Most of my stuff, this might get a little in the weeds for you. Most of my stuff, I do perceived rate of max on the day. So whatever my head feels like today, this is my max. I go on percentage of that. So like at the beginning, what you've seen, like probably like I ran with a yoke right here. It was called a searcher carry. And then a frame, I ran it back. I told myself, I want to get it heavy enough that I want to put the belt on, but I don't want to go any heavier than that. I want to just start making my body brace and feel the weight. And so like I considered it to be like 65, 70% of the daily perceived rate of max. But my belt popped off. It kept popping off because I was using an old lever belt it's got a Velcro strap, and it kept popping off. And what was awesome was I had the gym to myself, and I haven't cared about lifting in so long. It's like
how many years do you think it's been since you've like really cared about lifting? Like even before you've wrapped up your career.
I cared in 2013, and then I cared again in 2018. And other than that, it was just pain. It was like, it's just all pain that I was just dealing with. It's like you wake up and your back's sore, but you go to work. That was literally what I was doing. Just keep going.
So about 7 years.
Yeah, it's been, and even there, like it was like big gaps of like, the only reason I cared in 2018, spoiler alert for my book, was because I took mushrooms while I competed. So it was like a trick to get me back.
How many mushrooms were you microdosing, or were you going?
Oh, talking to God, baby. Full go. I love it. I was in Manila, Philippines, talking to God while we were competing. It was awesome.
That's awesome. And if there's anywhere you want to get caught with drugs.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So I used to be a lot wilder traveling with drugs, man. I took a vape pen to Dubai.
Oh my God.
Bro, it was so silly too, because we went to the Burj Khalifa. And I was a wild animal, man. Like I was like spitting in hallways and stuff. And like I was a fucking animal. I feel a little bad about it. And walking around with my vape
Okay,
pen.
I have to interrupt this story and ask a question. Were you before when you say, "Oh, you're a wild man"? Because I know you as a really nice guy. Were you a dick?
I wasn't a dick. I never a dick to people. I would very, very much fuck with people who competed. Very much. I haven't been an asshole to just normal people since I was like 14. Between 14 and 15, I was a bully after being bullied all the way up till then. And then I figured it out like it didn't feel good. But as embarrassing
I
as
just
it is, it's always felt good to fuck with somebody who was competing. And so I've always done that. And some of the things I've done could be considered dickish. I didn't do a lot of guys do gross, weird shit like spit or pee in food and then like
Mhm.
try and get other people to eat it. That's like a big fucking thing in strongman. I hate it. I wouldn't do that, but I will like fuck with you mentally. I went against a guy. We were gonna see who made the finals, and they face you off on camera. They put you up there to stare each other in the eye. And his wife was back there hollering for him, and I was like, "I'm so glad your wife's here to see me beat you." And
Funny.
I said it 100% fucking serious, and like you could tell he was not expecting that because I'm very cordial normally, and when it was time to go, I was like, "She's gonna remember this forever." Yeah, like I was
That's
very
really.
happy.
That's different. I was curious because you said you spit in the halls and stuff like that, and like that was just like you're just kind of like just uncouth is what you were.
Very.
So
I was farting in interviews and stuff like that. Yeah, it kind of like I felt like those guys when they lead them out the tunnel in Gladiator and they're on their way out and you hear the crowd and they know they're about to die. Like I felt like that every time I went to the gym. Like my body's falling apart. I'm killing myself, like literally for cash and entertainment. I'm
right.
just not gonna hold back. Like I just
Do you wish
turns
do
you
you wish
into
you'd
like an animal.
do you wish you were able to stop a couple years before?
I wish I would have been smart on the way up, is what it is. Like I got too good too fast, and because all the work that I put in football, I was like very advanced, and so tweaking my back early really set me up to being like I never got to do a professional show without numb legs. Like
Mm.
not once did I compete professionally where my legs weren't in and out of numbness. So it's like,
Can you imagine how good you would have been if you had not had to deal with it?
yeah, it's frustrating. It feels like I did my whole career with one arm tied behind my back. But it is what it is. Like the same thing happened in football. When you make sports your life, you've got to deal with like their body being
You have a very
soft.
small win. You have a very small window compared to the rest of life. Your sports life is very tiny. Not there's like every so often there's a guy like Brady that plays until he's 30, what, 8 or whatever. But for
Yeah,
the most part, guys are done 22, 23, right? So
and
you
you
have
and
to
38's not that old.
not that
you
old,
know?
even 38, yeah. But
Yeah.
at 22, you put everything into this game. That's why I really believe college sports, you should not get your education while you're playing sports. You should be able to do it afterwards. Like you should
Makes
you
sense.
your
It's
college
just it's the
whether you want to do it or not afterwards, that's up to you. But doing it during, I think 90% of it's just a waste to the kid.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think the schools should owe you if you go in and raise millions and millions of dollars for the school and you don't like have the ability or the want to get a degree while playing big time serious sports. Like if I think the schools should owe you class. Like that should be free. If you finish
Hmm.
playing sports and you don't have a degree, it's like if you go murder people in the desert because we lied and sent our troops over there, you shouldn't have to come home and pay for fucking taxes and all that shit. I don't think someone who
I'm the
raised
same way.
millions of
I really,
dollars.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if
yeah.
you fucking you played at Penn State while Sandusky was diddling kids for 12 years, like you shouldn't be on the hook at the end of that.
Yeah,
These
I
schools, they get everything, man. The schools, they get all the fucking money, they control everything, and they run the kids into the ground, and then they're just like, step aside.
did you see did you see the South Park when Cartman tried to start a school and he went and checked with the colleges and he was talking about being a plantation owner?
No.
You got to see that South Park. It basically says, how do we get the kids to play for free? Come on,
Yes,
Yeah, so
exactly.
yeah. Yeah. I really I do think the same thing. I do think that after sports and military, I think are very much alike, and there should be an after program for every kid that comes out of the military and every kid that comes out of sports to
Yeah,
readjust to normal life because you're on such a regiment. Normal life, nobody gives a fuck if you get up.
yeah,
Nobody fucking gives a shit if you stay on a diet. You know what I mean? Nobody cares, that you're prepared to go. Nobody cares,
right.
right? And your whole life is based on other people caring that you are prepared to go,
Yeah,
right?
big
Do you think
money
do you,
structured around it.
yeah, do you think it's different with that sport? Because your sport was if you didn't really have that big of a team behind you, right?
For strongman,
Yeah.
no, I did it on my own. A lot of guys
So
do
it's
have like a
individual.
team.
So it's individual. So if you don't do it, nobody cares,
Right.
right? It's
Well,
still that part
in
of you.
my case, so when you get into strongman or one of these little niche sports or anything like that, everybody just tells you like there's no money, it's not going to work. You're just hurting yourself for nothing, that kind of shit. And I always knew like I could do something with it even if I didn't win. So like me, I knew I just had to like it's weird, but I always feel like the universe really provides for me if I try my best. Whatever that is, whether it's like parenting or writing or acting or even like if I walk down the street and I see something on the ground and I'm in my head I'm like I'll pick that up and I don't pick it up, I feel like that then circles back around. And that could all be bullshit or whatever, but the
No,
way
I
that
do.
I live my life, like
I
it's
do, but I
helped.
do believe that there's two different ways. You stopping and picking it up, right? And it might not be that thing that you picked up, but it may set up a timing that is different in your life,
Exactly.
right? But not picking it up may set up a timing that's different in your life, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, what they call it, the fly effect or whatever that you just don't know
Butterfly
what.
effect.
Yeah, butterfly effect. So I don't know. I
But
I,
it
I
just as long as I'm doing what I feel in my heart, like is the right or the best thing. I, like I've gotten so many opportunities in this life that sound absurd. Like they sound like I'm lying. Like just chance after chance after chance, and it always comes back around to helping me when I do something that I feel is the right thing. Like even
right.
little things, big things, and I don't know. It's never steered me wrong before. So like that's how
Right.
I look at it.
Yeah, I feel there's people that are like you and like myself that dream and follow that dream, and there's people that don't. But if we don't have those people that don't dream, right? We don't other things don't get done. And our dreams we don't get to chase, right? Because
For sure.
if certain things don't get done, we don't get a chance to do it. And it's bizarre that we're in a time right now where everybody thinks they should dream.
Yeah,
And
everyone's got a voice and a following, and everyone thinks that they're just as special as everyone else. And yeah, I mean, maybe we all start off a unique snowflake, but you're right. Like,
at
they
some
say
point we
it's
have to create a
over.
snowpack, right?
Yeah,
Right?
there's
At first,
over 8 billion people.
yeah.
I think
At,
if everyone tried to do their best at whatever though, whether like my son's young and he wants to play football and his dad played football and there's all this football around here and he's the biggest kid on the soccer team and he when he messes around with football stuff he feels like he belongs, like he's big
right,
and fast and he can punk these kids that are his age, he can throw them around like
right.
he's a big strong kid. And to him, so like I'm trying to make sure that when he gets to the age where he's deciding if he wants to play college and this and that, I want him to also commit to something else, like a trade school or shop or whatever, something to develop another skill on top of that. To
You know what's funny about what you just said? That's always been considered a backup plan. And if you take the backup plan out of it and you just consider to have another skill, it'll make people do that
right,
because I wish when I want to do stuff around the house, I'm like, I wish I'd known how to do that. I could have taken these classes that would have been able to teach me these things. I don't have
yeah,
to, chase all just one thing.
exactly,
It gives you the more knowledge you have on other things, the smarter you are on the thing that you do.
right, exactly.
So,
It's
yeah.
not like it's wasted. There's no such thing as wasted effort. I don't believe in that at all. Like if you and I decided to compete in who can weave the fastest basket underwater, there's some kind of fucking result to that. At the end of it, there's something that benefits you. I
Yeah.
believe in that wholeheartedly. You know,
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to do it against you because I know you'd say something about my wife. I'm glad your wife's here to watch you get loose at weaving baskets under the water.
that guy's not even married to that woman anymore.
Oh man, no, my God. She lives next door now. That's funny. Yeah, I got to tell you this story about things that happen that you're like, oh, why did that happen? But then it's good. So my buddy, he's on a board for a foundation from the old baseball guy, Joe Torre. And
I've heard
he's
of him.
like,
I've heard of him.
okay, so he was a manager. He played for the Yankees and he was a manager for the Yankees.
I
And
remember him
yeah,
now. I remember
okay.
him.
So he has a foundation that's I guess he had domestic abuse in his family and he was beaten and his mom was beaten and his brother was beaten. Right. And I'm like, okay, so my buddy's on that foundation. He goes, we have comics, it always blows, but we would do it. And I didn't hear the part that it always blows, right? And
Yeah.
like, and I
He
go,
went out there and did domestic abuse
no.
material.
It's even worse. It's even worse. I actually, in my head, I was like, I want to go out and say, well, it can't be that bad. He got two guys into the major leagues, but I didn't say that. So I was like, yes, and I was like, probably shouldn't do this, but I did it, right? And I have to do 10 minutes, and I walk in, and it's all these old guys with young women. Right. And I'm like, holy shit, this is a Me Too event, is what it is. Right. So we go into it and I see the gig. It's in the dark. The sound's bad. Joe Torre goes on to introduce me. Nobody's listening to me, introduces me. I go up, it's just death, right? And my first joke is I'm like, it's good to be at this granddaughter event. And people are like, boo. And then there's this table of hot women. And I said, how did you girls enjoy space? It looked like you had a good time when you were up there. And people, boo. Right. And then I asked some guy, I said, is that your grandson or your kidney donor? And people are like, boo. All of a sudden I see Joe Torre walking towards me and I'm like, holy shit, I'm getting pulled. I'm getting pulled, right? I'm like, I'm Andy Pettit in the World Series, and he's asking for the baseball. Still nothing. I go, for a bunch of people that are trying to create a safe place for people. You are shit at this. And I walked off. It was the worst gig I've ever done. But
You could have gone up and made fun of like the Orioles or whatever, and it would have been fine. It's just
no. There was no lights on you. The sound was bad. Nobody was paying attention. It was just like you were losing no matter what. So I just laugh because I was just like, oh, now I have these stories to tell. It's worth it. I go, it's worth it. So everything like that, that's the way you talk about no matter what you do, something's worth it in there. And it was worth it. It was great.
yeah.
But at the same time, that foundation is bullshit. Beat
Oh
the
yeah.
kids. Beat the kids.
Beat your children.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
have to
I
ask,
really do feel like that. Like it does. It always circles back.
I have to ask, there's a kid that my hometown that grew up, he moved to Ottawa. His name's Strongman Moose. He's out of Canada. Have you ever heard of him?
Strongman Moose.
Yeah. That's why
Uh,
I see on his social media.
I actually recently started talking to him. I don't remember where he popped up, but I like to cheer on the young guys that look like they're not assholes, I guess is a good way of putting it.
That's funny.
I check guys out, and man, so many new guys, they just rip off my old shit. Like, it's so fucking blatant. Like, it's like, imagine if someone came out there and was using your material. Like,
Imagine.
it's like, bro.
Imagine.
Imagine. So
It never happens.
Never. No, nobody would do that.
No, it never happens. I never get videos of people doing my stuff.
No, it's
Well, the reason I bring them up is my next question for you. We just talked about you starting off. What about are you mentoring anybody, or would you mentor
coach
somebody?
people. I don't know if I mentor people, but I coach people. I actually like doing it, but the way I do it is a lot harder. So like most people, they create this fucking PDF and they sell it as if they're coaching you, and they'll have 1,000 people all working the same fucking PDFs that they created.
Huh.
For me, I actually I feel a little bit responsible when somebody's paying me to help them. I feel like if somebody gets hurt, that's the number one thing that it's like a no-go for me. I want to make sure everybody's on a path to building strength, and they're not using a weight that they can't control, which is how you regard for injury. You want to make sure if you're all over the place because it's so heavy you can't stop wiggling, that's not your weight, And in strength, there's a lot of guys who for a moment they can control a bigger weight, so they think they should use that weight, but that's not how you prepare for it. You got to get your reps in with a small crowd, with a small weight. You're not
Right.
You're not going to jump in on the day and be ready for 100% on this event, 100% on that event, 100% on this one. It doesn't work that way. So most of my people I work with, I do every few weeks to do a video call where they'll work out while I'm sitting here like this and I'm watching them, and they got their headphones in, and I can talk to them and be like, all right, well, your knees are doing this and your elbows are doing that. And we sit here and it's actual training. Yeah. I don't do the bullshit of
That's crazy. So you train them from there, and you just watch their video, and that's
live chat them. We FaceTime, or if they don't FaceTime, we use WhatsApp, and I do that for almost everyone I work with. It's
how many people do you work with? Just out of curiosity, and if you don't want to say, don't say.
No, it's not a ton. It's between 12 and 15.
That's a ton.
Well, I mean, it's enough that it keeps you busy. I do my write-ups on Sunday. I write up everyone's work Sunday, so it's a few hours there. And then I give everyone my number. So I text and stuff. They'll hit me up and be like, oh, I did this and I don't have this equipment. Can I do something else? And I'll respond like that. So it takes up a little bit of time, but it's not like a real fucking job. I'll tell you that. I woke up at 10 o'clock this morning. Yeah.
You're crazy. You're crazy getting up at
You crazy, man. I had a double shot of Jack last night. Come on, man. I'm a wild
double shot. You were down and out. You slept face down in the kitchen. Is what you did.
I need 2 bottles of Jack for that. I went to a wedding just a couple, last weekend, and I hadn't had anything in a while. And normally when I go to drink now, I don't want to sound like my white trash upbringing. And so I'll be like, I'll take a scotch or whatever. And I'm sick of fucking pretending I like scotch. I'm sick of it.
You gotta go with old fashions.
I want this much Jack Daniels and I want this much Diet Coke. That's what I want.
Nice. The old fashions is the way to go if you want to look flat.
Old fashions are great. But if you've gotta jazz up a drink to make it drinkable, find a different drink that you like.
But it's just enough burn in an old fashioned. It's just
Nice.
enough burn for me. I like a little bit of burn, but I'm
There's a
not a
little
big.
sour in an old fashioned too, right?
Yeah, so it's got like orange rind, and I can't remember what the other thing is, but it's good. It's good. And I don't drink that much anymore because my recovery time is just horrible. I need 2 days
Yeah.
off afterwards, right? It's basically jet lag for 2 days, and I don't find myself having a couple days to waste. So,
Right. Well, I mean, for me too, if I get buzzed or drunk, it's got to be a concerted effort and it's quick. Like I'm buzzed for 10, 15 minutes, no matter how much I fucking drink. Thanks for a fucking heroin addict dad. Like my ability to absorb poison is very high.
uh-huh.
Very. Now, I could down a full
Blap,
bottle of
blap,
Jack.
blap, 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 blap.
I'll get a little bit lightheaded, and then I'll drink a little bit more, and then I'm drunk 15, 20 minutes. Then I'm hungover. Then I'm grumpy. There's no amount of
That's funny.
alcohol or drugs I could do after that to bring me back. Like
You
it's
can't get
not,
back.
there's
You
no
can't get back to that
upward.
place. That's really interesting. I do notice that now. There's kind of a level, and then boom.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
done.
yeah. That's I've never even thought of it like that. That's crazy. Hey, did you go to the Gemstones wrap up party? Did you do that?
I did not go to the rap party. The guys at Rough House are so fucking cool, and they invite me to everything. They're always sending me stuff like. So when it wrapped, they sent me the back of my chair that said "Cousin
No way.
Carl." Man,
That's
just
awesome.
the fact that they think about me, it means a lot to me. Like I always, I'm a very self conscious guy, and I don't think you would understand that. Like if I hadn't told you, like most people look at someone like us and they're like, "Oh, you feel good about yourself all the time, don't you?" And it's like, I really fucking don't, man. I don't. Like I check myself way too hard, and
That's right.
it's like every other day I'm convinced like, oh, I did terrible. They don't even like me. And then like I'll get a phone call from Brandon who runs the production. And he's like, hey,
Uh-huh.
bud, we're going to Texas. Are you around? We want to come hang out. And I'm like, they do like me. You
They
know?
do. It's all good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that. You're like, oh yeah, yeah. I think that's what's funny about stand up is like when you get heckled, I'm like, you really think you can do worse to me than I do?
Right.
Like, good
Yeah.
luck, buddy.
I was
And when
crying in the
someone,
mirror before I got up
yeah,
here.
yeah, and when somebody does, you're like, that's impressive. Well, you, my friend, you were definitely the devil because you've taken me down further than I thought I could take myself down. But that's
Down in the alleyway playing a fiddle when you leave.
yeah, exactly. They're one percenters, and you for very finally you find them. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, I love
No,
it.
they're always cool about that stuff. And they wrapped season 4 and they're in talks. I don't know what's going on. They're talking about maybe doing a movie or something, and that would be awesome.
It's pretty fantastic that show, especially that with everything that's going on and the Christian right being so hard. It's just and it really shines the light bright. And I just find it fantastic the way he films stuff. I don't know if you noticed it while he was there, the way he filmed stuff. Did you find it very, very different than other people?
You feel so like in the moment, it's so
Uh-huh.
relaxed. You don't realize that. Like when you watch Danny's like finished product, you're like, holy shit, it's gorgeous. There's the way Danny does it, it's I don't want to like I sound pretentious, but like it's like frame
Too
for
late.
frame, frame for frame. It's fucking special. Like there's little bits and like I've watched my season a million times. My son loves it, so like almost every day he's like, "Can we watch Gemstones?" So like
That's
I've seen
awesome.
me a ton, and I see little bits, and it's like almost like a frame and stuff. Like there's just little bits that he does, he's so fucking good. But like in the moment, it's so relaxed and it's so supportive that you don't feel the weight
Right.
of such a amazing show. You don't feel that. Like, I mean, you're surrounded by these legends. Like John Goodman is like a fucking legend, bro. Like he's a legend.
A legend. My
But you don't
God.
feel that weight. Like it's insane to be in that moment and like it just feels like you're fucking around.
John Goodman, for me, he starts in Revenge of the Nerds. I know his career is much more than that, but he was the coach in Revenge of the Nerds, and that's where he starts for me. And yeah, it's
His
crazy.
his what's that called? Like not aura, but like your not representation, your reputation. Sorry. His
Reputation.
reputation really is out there in Hollywood from Raising Arizona. So like if you talk, I'm
I
a big
forgot about
guy
Isaiah.
and I'm a big fan of big guy actors. You know, the guy who played Tony Soprano, I kind of wanted to be him for a while. Like he started off like he played a bouncer in it wasn't I don't know if it was Get Shorty or the second one or whatever, but he's like got fucked up teeth. You could tell he hasn't made it quite yet, and he's like this big guy who's only got a couple lines, but he hits his fucking lines so perfect and like
Is
the
it
way he
Be
does
Cool?
it.
Is it Be Cool or Get Short?
Be
Yeah,
Cool is
yeah,
the
yeah.
second one.
Yeah,
I think it's Be
yeah.
Cool. And he gets thrown, John Travolta throws him off the stairs
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
he's got a part in the parking lot where it's like one line where he acts like a tough guy. He gets punched in the stomach and then he reassesses and he becomes like the normal guy trying to get a job, talking to John
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
he's so fucking talented. And
He's
so,
so
like
good.
I obsess over big guy actors. I like
You
I
know
don't care
what?
if it's a garbage movie. I will watch it if there's a big guy in it.
I would have loved to talk to John Goodman about the boxer that was the bad guy in Raising Arizona. That was
Oh yeah. People tell
I'm
me I look
blanking.
like him all the time.
Oh,
Um,
really? No, no, not at
all
all.
the time, all the time. Just because he's got curly hair and he's
Uh-huh.
got an old face. If I go like this with my forehead, it's exactly
That's
right.
really funny. That's funny.
I can't
That's
remember his name right now.
yeah. Tex. It's Tex. Is
Tex
it
Cobb.
Tex Cobb? Yeah. I would love to know more about him and what he was like off camera.
So guys
So
like him, I was going to talk about John's reputation, but like guys like Tex, uh, they made it harder for guys like me. So Tex, phenomenal job in Raising Arizona, very good. He did great acting, but he had this reputation. So John had a reputation of being artistically crazy. Like he would punch in Raising Arizona, he punched a wall and he got really crazy and Hex had a reputation of scaring the fuck out of everybody.
yeah,
Like,
going on. Yeah, actually being scary.
yes, right. Very different things. So I'm not gonna say his name, but there's another strongman who got on a TV show that was very big and popular, and he was such a tool bag when they weren't like actually filming him that he kind of fucked the reputation up for other strongmen. So, like when I went to the Gemstones, they literally had an extra day they put on the schedule to test me. So like they filmed
Just
Gemstones
to
for
see
like
how much it was going to take them. Yeah, yeah.
exactly. They did like 8 months of filming, but before we were supposed to start, they flew me out there. Me, the guy who played my brother, and the guy who played my mom, and they
Hmm.
shot this long scene that was, the beginning of Goodfellas when they walk through the kitchen and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
tell me two times.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
the
yeah,
papers?
yeah.
Where's the papers? That scene is iconic because it's a oneer. It's a great shot. It's really cool, really nice intro, and it shows everybody in a very realistic and artistic way. So
Right.
we did a oneer that was almost exactly like that, where we walk in the back of the church, we get lost, we come back, we go in, we look around, all this stuff. And that scene was added as like a test for me. Like brought me in, had us do makeup. They made me do up my beard and they did all the stuff they thought that would be like the hardest thing, right? Like 4 hours of makeup and then I'm suited and all this different shit and it's 120 degrees. And then they walk us through And like literally, they just wanted to see if I was going to get along with everyone or if I was going to be an asshole. And they
That's funny.
spent the money on a whole day of production just to check.
That's nice that they wanted to check and see if you're an asshole though, and then you were surprised them. You're like, they're probably like, oh, we only needed an hour, motherfucker.
They had.
Why couldn't you
I,
been a douche?
I don't know if I should say this or not, but they had Ethan Suplee like waiting on deck
That's
to replace
really
me.
funny.
But I came in and I was like a dog on a bone, dog. You were not
That's
taking
mine.
that from me.
That's mine. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I wanted to ask because that wrapped up while I was in Australia. So and we so this one I think might be the first one we put out. What do you think? Just to let people know, we've recorded about three, and this one I think we finally got to know each other. We've had some other conversations.
Yeah,
We
we've been
can
talking. We've
we
been doing good. I felt like we started off weird. The whole recording while we were naked didn't work like we thought it
yeah.
would.
I never thought of myself as a little spoon before.
Yeah. I didn't I thought I could last long enough to make a full podcast out of it, but
Yeah, I was just that's actually a really funny
we'll make a
podcast.
short.
That will make a short. A funny podcast is just two people spooning and having a conversation.
No, that's that. What's that blonde chick did that with Drake already.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, she sat in the bed and he's got a big crank on him. Oh my God.
You're gonna leave your wife for me.
That's fucking hilarious. That's hilarious. But the way, just before we wrap this up, because we recorded 50 minutes, we try to keep them to an hour. The way we met is I watched you on Righteous, and I thought this guy's just fucking hilarious. So I sent you a message. You called me gay instantly.
I didn't say that word, but I did. I did.
You just
I
let me
challenged
know what
sexuality.
yeah, you definitely challenged my sexuality, and I wouldn't give up. I was like a dog on a bone. I like whatever I have to do.
I was in it too.
But
I loved your stuff. So like when we first started talking, I started watching your stuff, and I appreciate comedy very much, and it's just so awesome how you can stay in the pocket. Like I really not respect is like a word that might make you feel weird, but I do. I respect it, but I really admire it as well. Like it's watching you be able to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations and to hold your poker
it's
face, to talk it out, and to let your brain continue to work it out in real time. To me, that's like it's a very awesome skill point, and it's enjoyable
I
to
think
watch.
it's I think it's just funny. I people come to my shows to escape now. Like before they just went to stand up. Now they come because my show is such a clusterfuck. It's not a beginning, middle, and an end. It's just fun and just escape and able to put your brain in neutral. And sometimes we find people that don't know what they're at, and I'm able to make it uncomfortable for them, but the crowd watching it loves it, right? But the crowd that gets it, they get it, right? So, but when people come for the most part, if they're just honest with me and just answer the questions, we just have a good time. But
Yeah.
when they try to like kind of bow up, oh, I love that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make you look like a fool, my friend. This isn't my first rodeo.
My first comedy show I ever went to was Joe Rogan headlining it. Joey Diaz
My
was
God.
before him, and some other opener, and Tony Hinchcliffe was like third on the docket or whatever. And
Where was that? Where was that? Was that at the store?
LA, no, it was the other one. It was back
The
when
Improv?
before Joe fixed what happened at the store. Because like
Hmm.
after this, I started going to the store all the time. I started getting up on stage and stuff, and Rogan wasn't there at that point. He showed up like a year later, and then him and I met that way. But what's funny is I've never told him I've been on stage before. I went on his
Funny.
show 2 years after that. Didn't tell
Uh-huh.
him I saw him, and it just didn't come out.
That's
But
why I kept it a secret. I held it close. I held it dear.
when you're doing a show or whatever, a pod or any of that stuff, you never, unless you like go in with notes, like, and who wants to go on Rogan with notes? Don't be a fucking dork. Like,
Right.
you're like you are beholden to the momentum of the conversation. You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is, bro. Like, you're gonna talk about aliens. He's gonna make you talk about aliens.
It's interesting. I've been on some podcasts and I won't mention any names, but some of them won't make eye contact with you.
Uh,
And they're there for their conversation and you're supposed to just kind of help them with their conversation. And I
yeah,
find it so boring and I won't go back to do them. But you know, it's just I try to just be what I am on stage because who I am on stage is just me and concentrate, right? But it doesn't mean we just can't have this conversation with a couple funny pieces in it, right? It
yeah,
does like, and that's what's great about podcasts. It doesn't have to be down your throat, right? It can just be conversation.
yeah.
So
Well,
that's what
what
this is going to be.
I'll finish what I want to say about the first show I went to. So I was there, and I'm in the hallway going to the bathroom, coming back in. Tony Hinchcliffe walks by me and sees me going in, and I see him clock me, and he like, I can't remember what he did, but he like made this like smile, like like looking at me thing. He gets
That's
on.
that's because he enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't know at the time. I know now. It's because he does a ton of crowd work. He's
Yeah, yeah.
a big crowd work comedian, and he clocked me because he thought he was gonna fuck with me out there. And I kind of feel bad about it. I wish I would have done it a little different, but he was like on stage and he's like, "And you, what's your name?" And I knew immediately what it was. Like, there's Lenny jokes, there's big redneck jokes, or are you gonna pet the rabbits, or this guy's small,
That's
or
so
whatever.
funny.
Shrek. There's a list of shit I've heard since fucking 6 years old. You know,
Right?
like oh, giant list. And to fuck with them, I was like, "My name's Jose."
That's so funny.
Immediately, like, his face changed, and he was like, your name," and he stuttered like that. Your name's not Jose, is it?" And I was like, "No,
That's a good
I'm
impression.
just kidding. It's Jesus." And then he was like, and then he just carried on and went back to doing other shit. I
That's so
totally
funny.
like derailed his momentum of fucking with me, and I feel like I
You
should
know
have taken
why?
it on the chin.
You know why? Because he was terrified that Mexicans are going to be that big. Oh my God, we'll never win if they're that big.
But you can't go on with this redneck white boy jokes if you say your name's Jesus and Jose, you know?
That's awesome. Jose.
I feel bad about it though. I fucked up his set. Like
I love, you know what's funny is how tough you look, and then you're gonna go back 13 years and still, I feel bad about about 5 minutes in a guy's life. You're
uh,
fucking hilarious. You're fucking hilarious. Big tough guy. He's a pussy, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first on the Husky Boys show.
I have a daughter.
I have a daughter. She's changed me.
Yeah, right. She's more of a rattlesnake than I've ever had in my blood. She's mean.
Uh, Well, I don't have a daughter, but I have a wife, and she's the meanest person I've ever met. She's like she knows how to stop everything. Actually, Chris Gillis. Chris Gillis when I was in the sixth grade. I can't remember how the conversation started, but
Shane
it sta-
Gillis' sister, right?
uh, Shane Gillis has never had anybody this good looking in his family. Uh, so Chris Gillis told me to shut up or something like that. She goes, "Shut up, Ian." And I go, "Suck my dick, Chrissa." And she goes, "I choke on small bones." Stop me. Like
I told a girl that one time. I was like, "Suck my dick," and her response. Obviously, that girl had that in the chamber. Her
right.
response was, "When, where, what position?" And I
That's
was
so
like,
funny.
so flustered. I was like, I think I just walked away with like a dumbfounded look on my face.
Those are fucking two of the best responses ever. Fucking instead of fucking just folding, fucking you should choke on small bones. When? Now? Right here? Okay, let's do it. Oh,
I gotta go to PE.
oh my God, that is awesome.
Hey,
Uh,
real quick, I know we've been doing this for a while. I'm actually curious. When you are in, like, you were in Australia for almost 2 weeks, right?
yes.
When you're there, did you get any fuck around time, or was it all work, recovery? Like, did you do anything
We
fun?
we did get it at the end. So we were in Sydney for the last 3 days.
Nice.
And but we had shows and they were all different times. Like one on our Saturday show was 5 p.m. And so it just kind of you really can't get anything done, right? On the Sunday, I went to where my mom grew up, and I took my mom's ashes over, and I was able to hang out and spread her ashes at this fantastic place in North Curl, and we just and after that we just kind of hung out, and then did one last show, but our plane got delayed by 12 hours, right? So we're like, okay, we'll go to the zoo. We'll just hang out and go to the zoo and then go to the airport. As soon as we got home from the zoo, our plane was delayed by another 14 hours. So we got that whole night and we just played and then yeah, we got on the plane and came home. So other than that, we had one day off.
Wow.
One day off. So this tour was
That one day off was just recovery, huh?
yeah, because we flew to Sydney, right? 14 hours. We were in Sydney for a day and then we flew to Perth, right? Which is another 5.5 hours. So yeah,
Perth is
yeah,
5 hours?
yeah. It's like flying to New York from LA, right? So, and then
Yeah.
then we were there for a day, and then we flew to Brisbane, right? And then we had a day and a half there, did two shows. Then we flew to Adelaide, which is another 3 hours, and then we flew back and Brisbane was 5 hours from Perth, and then we flew back to Brisbane. We did two nights in Brisbane in 2 different days. We were just like flying everywhere, and then we ended up in Melbourne. And then there was just like, I was so done by that time. I just like, oh my God. So yeah, it was
I
a
didn't think there was
tour,
more than two airports in Australia. I thought it was
dude.
Sydney, Melbourne. That's it. Perth and
No,
fucking Brisbane and all them have airports.
they all have airports, and we seen every lounge in that whole fucking country in 2 weeks. And the best lounge was in Brisbane because if you go through the Qantas lounge, security is actually inside the lounge. So you don't have to go with all the other creepy people to get on the plane. You go inside the
Nice.
lounge.
All
It's
the
like,
normies.
yeah. So it was fantastic. We had a good time. I will do it again, but it'll be different next time because I've been there before, but I've only done like Sydney and Melbourne, and I've had days to recover. Where this time I
Yeah,
didn't have any time to recover. So
that's
yeah,
crazy. Still didn't matter, but those are beautiful. They're a ton of fun. Speaking
ton
of
of
the
fun.
ashes, I saw a video 2 days ago. This woman posted, she walked in on her like 1-year-old daughter eating her dad's ashes. Her dad's ashes that fell on the floor. And of course, like a good parent, instead of stopping it, she decided to pull out her phone and record it for everyone on the internet to see. And
Didn't even think of that.
bro, seeing that was like traumatic for me. Like my dad's ashes are in the living room. Not all of them. I got a part of them because I wanted. There's a waterfall that I always wanted to take him to. I'm gonna take that, and I always told him I'd take him out of the country, and so I'm gonna do that and dump some ashes somewhere random. But
It's
like,
actually
you
it's
know,
actually really cathartic. Like like my mom was in my backpack for my whole tour until the end. And it felt
yeah,
like I took my mom on one last tour, right? Like, and it was half my mom's ashes. My other half, the other half are where we grew up, right? And she was from Australia, we were from Canada, whatever. But it's when I actually like when I took them out of the box because I was terrified to take them out of the box.
yeah,
I was absolutely terrified. And when I finally got them out of the box, I just like I don't know what I was expecting to see. Like honestly, when I took him out, and she's just in a Ziploc baggie, and
yeah,
I'm just like, ah, this is what life's about, basically. You just,
yeah,
but I just felt like I put her back where she'd taken us when we were kids, and she'd shown us, where she grew up, and it just felt like, I because she hadn't been home for 20 or 30 years, maybe, I took her home. So that,
yeah.
and I think you got to do that, I don't know. We'll end it on this conversation. What are you going to do with yourself afterwards?
I I honestly, I used to think about doing the. I don't want to make you feel weird. I used to think about doing the cremation,
Uh-huh.
but it took my dad 4 hours to burn, and
A lot of
uh,
steel, a lot of steel in them.
yeah. Well, the idea I don't know. The way my old man went out, it was rough. Like he was older, and I'm older, and it was only a couple years ago. So like, it's not like I was a child, but the way it all happened really changed me a lot. Like he had to go out alone. He had no options. Like there was a bunch of bullshit with it, and they burned him, and I remember. It's hard to talk about. I remember like the entire time, like I kept looking at the fucking clock. It's fuck. I don't know. It's hard to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to be burned. I think I want to be fucking. I don't want people to open my guts and clean out the juice and none of that shit. I want an Amish burial.
What's an Amish burial?
I just leave me the fuck alone and put me in the ground. Like that's what an Amish burial is. Like you don't get to cut open my ball sack and play with my diddly parts. Like I don't want them to fuck with me. I just want to be
That's
left
funny.
alone.
It's funny. I'm kind of the opposite. I kind of want to be left to science, but I also kind of want to be left to they do like forensics where they just put a body in a field. And I'm kind and
mostly Chinese slaves. Yeah.
What's that?
Mostly Chinese slaves. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
know the one about the lady who ran that bodies exhibit or whatever? Her husband was cheating on her, and then the woman that he was cheating on her got pregnant and then disappeared. And then a woman got added to the bodies exhibit, a pregnant woman.
Are you serious?
Dead fucking serious. Google it. That kind of shit. Like I put up a post the other day. This guy donated. His mom wanted to be donated to science. Come to find out, like, oh no. I can't remember. There was there were certain things that they had agreed to do, and then come to find out, they used her like as a crash test dummy with like an explosive chair or some shit, and like mutilated her whole body. All this, there's like, it's
I'm kind of into that though. I'm kind of into
cool.
that.
Yeah, if you're into it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like put me on one of those cars and fly me through something.
Yeah. As long as they make video, it's cool.
Yeah.
But,
And my eyes have to be wide open.
They got them pricked open.
Yeah.
I want a cigarette in my mouth.
Yeah, bro.
It's like when you talk to an army recruiter, they'll tell you everything. Like, oh, you get to go to college. You get to choose where you're going. Hey, man, you don't want to go to war? You don't have to go to war. We got plenty of guys stateside. All that's bullshit. As soon as you sign, they fucking own you. And that's the way the government works with everything. So I don't want them fucking with my body just because I don't trust our fucking government. Like I want to be left alone and put in the ground. But I do understand the whole idea of spreading ashes and stuff. I like that. Like I'm going to take my dad's ashes to Silver Falls in Oregon. But like, you know, if my kids want a piece of me to like go put somewhere, just hack off like a toe or something.
That's funny.
Like,
just throw a piece of jerky into the river.
Yeah.
You can, you can be. I had no idea about this. You can be cremated with water.
How does that work?
I have no idea. I guess they just kind of like the body disintegrates through the water, but I don't know what's left. But
it's like 6 years you're in a container.
That's why I found out talking to a guy on stage. He was a funeral director, and the name of the place was like
waterlogged.
Yeah, so like waterlogged cremation. So I'm like, well, that's stupid. It should be like fire and Christmas. And they're like, no, we actually use water. And I'm like, well, okay, well, you're doing it wrong. But I found out. But I'm just like, I don't know. Once you're gone, right? So yeah. So like, what do you do with it? I don't know. It was, and it's so funny that we decided to talk about this at the end. We're gonna wrap it up. Then also, let's talk about death for 20 minutes.
Real serious.
I just it's about it's not about us after we're gone, right? It's about the people you leave behind. What makes it easier for them?
Me,
right?
Especially, I feel that. Yeah.
Right. So what? I don't know. Like, like, I think my
Whatever's
wife.
easiest.
I think my
Like,
wife's gonna want to put me in a car that fucking it just got to crash. Yeah, like
or
it's
like,
so.
what was it in the dude did in the? I can't remember the name of the fucking movie, but it's one of the greatest movies of all time. Jeff Bridges. He's like, oh, we'll put him in the coffee can, you know?
Yeah, and that sprinkle them, and then the dust goes everywhere. Yeah,
For me, I would much rather that than somebody spend 12 grand on fucking coffin or some bullshit. Like,
yeah.
I want it cheap. I
Well,
want it easy. I don't want people crying. I want people to party. Like, bring the drugs and the video games and everyone party in my name. Don't be sad. You know, all that.
I hate to tell you this. They're gonna be sad, but they'll party for you. But there's no way, and that's what it's about. If they aren't sad, it wasn't worth it, right? I always say
Right.
when people are brokenhearted after a breakup, I'm just like, dude, if you're brokenhearted, it was worth it. You know, like
Yeah.
you didn't waste a minute of time,
Yeah.
right? It's people that can walk away from things and then feel free. I'm like, how much time did you waste in that relationship?
Right. Yeah. That's a great
So,
point. That's a great point.
right?
I
So
have no fear of getting fed to the worms, though. I like that. I think I should be a part of.
you're a freak.
That's
Yeah,
where
part
we
of nature,
came
right?
from.
Yeah. I often wonder, like I've said this on stage before. I'm like, we're gonna run out of oil because we keep burning everybody up. You know what I mean? We gotta
That's
put
what
us
we
back.
think, but now they think oil is a naturally occurring process. So like
Oh my
everything
God.
we thought is changing. There's the ice caps are growing in Antarctica right now. Like it's all fucking crazy. You know, you heard
I
about the. Let's not get into another subject, but you heard the ice caps are growing now.
I have not heard that. Tell me where to look for
It
it, and
could
I'll
be
look it up.
Fox getting me. Fox
Oh
is.
my God, Fox has got you.
We
Fox.
need to burn the oil. We got too much ice. That's the real problem.
We got a lot of ice. Everybody stop using the ice machine on your fridge. We've got too much ice.
Too much ice going here.
I love it. All right, let's wrap this up.
Violent gentlemen.
Husky Boys,
Yes, sir.
love it. Have a great day, bud.
You too, buddy.